Okay, good morning. How's everybody doing? Okay, so I have committed to trying to do this every day, and but I haven't really been planning it so much. I had kind of some ideas, but really I've kind of decided I'm just gonna drink some coffee and try and wake up, and then push play or push record, and just try and communicate the ideas in my head a little bit. And so I don't know. We've been in isolation or whatever it's called, self quarantine for 4 days, and we're living in a world and in a moment right now where there's just a lot of stuff in flux. Right? There's a lot of change. I do want to. I want to basically feel very, very grateful for the life that I've lived for the last few years. I miss paddleboarding. I miss the dolphins. I miss those sponges. My buddies, the jellyfish. And I hope that that is something that's going to continue. But I don't know. I don't even know if that's really where the world is going. I am preparing to be optimistic, but I am trying to make the best of my time here with my family and with my community in a whole different new structure. And so I am putting shit on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm really interested in online learning. I've been into it for a while. I've taken Coursera courses and great courses and messed around with Khan Academy and Brilliant and a bunch of other ones. I was in the middle of when this kind of changed. I was doing an online digital marketing course with I forget who. But anyhow, it sort of became somewhat irrelevant as everything changed. I needed to push my brain into another direction. And, got the kid at home. And I do believe in being a lifelong learner. I believe that it's a valid, wonderful use of your time. Whether you're studying something uh, like learning how to work on a diesel motor or digital marketing, or whether you're studying the philosophy of Hume or um, physics. I spent a lot of time doing that. But not saying I get it. But anyhow, but today I wanted to focus on something that I think is an opportunity that I've been indulging in this last few days, because of the fact that we're going through this, and I'm going through with optimism. But unlike the Spanish flu or something like that, we're all locked in our houses. But we not only have the ability to connect with each other through different ways like YouTube or Facebook, and I do appreciate seeing everybody going through that. It's a different thing. We're not really alone, but we're also standing on this mountain of creativity. We have and at access to us all of those crazy albums that were, especially the ones that were recorded between 66 and 75, just some genius, crazy, weird, where it was like writing the genetic code of emotions. You can pick up any album and find any emotion. Um, and we have it all now. So I'm so glad that we're here with Tom Petty, we're here with David Bowie. Those guys knew how to time that, wouldn't you say? you know. But and also we do have the great thinkers, and we just have the creatives. So even like when you're watching Netflix, like we're rewatching Game of Thrones. I mean, that is an amazing ensemble work of art. Uh, and I'm beginning to really appreciate the value of that. And even though I a lot of times skew towards sciences and stuff, today I want to talk about more of the humanities sort of side of things, and and realize that wow, man, here we are sitting here uh, with a lot of our activities halted, but man, the literature, the art. I mean, Jesus, you can go online. They have all these online museum tours, and I do think that painting is an amazing thing. So I am going to be indulging in all of the creative works of humanity and all of our history and all of our beautiful time on this planet. And this is a time where you definitely can kind of recheck your value system for sure. And I will say that I'm a little disappointed in myself for the amount of time that I worked and bought like basically meaningless shit at a time of economic prosperity and freedom and cheap travel and stuff like that. So you really reevaluate your priorities at a time like this. And I do feel that the treasure and the wealth that we have, the real wealth, the real absolute wealth that is created, is not necessarily in a in a thing, but in art. I mean, it really just right now. It to me it points to the value of the creative works, and sometimes that is rewarded in a capitalist society, and sometimes it is not. But so uh, as far as some of the things I'm going to do at this time while I'm locked up with my family is I'm going to just indulge in the arts. I mean, these are things that we have access to. I mean, to be able to read Slaughterhouse-Five at a moment like this is basically the same as having access to gallons of sturgeon caviar. To be able to go online and look at the Edo Japanese block prints uh, on your phone, man. You know, like is a moment and a realization of that we have access to value, and you know the value is going to be created too on that level. So I'm just going to speak. I'm pretty much done speaking about that, but that is my thought. That is my pre. Uh, I just made that. I'm just talking out of the top of my head, drinking coffee. But that is it. So let's indulge and be grateful for the art that exists throughout humanity. And I am going to take the time to uh, utilize that. It really is a beautiful, wonderful thing that we have. So while you're on Netflix or listening to a podcast or um, something like that, don't feel too much like a slacker, because indulging in and creating things that on that level of uncreativity is a value in itself, and it's become more apparent in a time like that. So I just want you to think about being locked in your house with no books, no music, um, no art, no Netflix, and then it really will weigh the value of creativity. So I want to thank people that are out there making creative stuff, even like the great artists that will never see this, and also just like my people that are putting. I'll put a personal shout out to my buddy Jeremy, who's up in Canada doing amazing photography, and dude, that shit matters. Like I see that, and that creates a goodness, a value to me, and so, and my friends putting poems up there. So I do appreciate the creativity, and that is something we can do. And that is about all I got to say. So I am going to read Slaughterhouse-Five today. Actually, not read that. I'm going to hopefully force my family to listen to it with me. I'm going to continue to watch. What is that show? Some amazing show I just watched. The Cat Show? Big Cat Circus or something. That's some crazy, beautiful, weird, what the hell kind of shit. So I'm going to do that. So that's my thought of the day. All right. Good morning. Hope everybody's good out there. Bye.